Greetings, fellow KM engineers and D-netters. Today we're going to be exploring how to fit Ricoh feed tires onto pretty much any KM machine, from Saturn based even back to some of the black and whites, as they all use the same feed tires. We're all familiar with these, the 2AR0 7220s, 7230s. They're okay tires, but they don't last very long. Most, if you're running heavy paper or even high quality paper, most you'll get out of them is 180, 200,000. What we're going to do today is we're going to take some compatible Ricoh tires, which I'm going to show you right here. These are the AF03-0090s, 1090s, and 2090s. Now you can actually fit most of these directly into the Kyocera machines. As you can tell, the feed looks very similar. That will pretty much fit straight on. However, the SEP tires are going to be short. As you notice, the couplings for the rear, where they get their drive, they're slightly different. If you do put these in, you will have to put a shim on this side of it to make it fit properly and line up appropriately with the upper feed roller. But what we're going to do today is we're going to try and take the rubber off of the standard Kyocera and replace it with the Ricoh. Now, as you can see, the Ricoh is slightly bigger, but it's made of the high durability silicon tires that Kyocera has yet to adopt, and hopefully we'll start seeing in the near future. Right, the first thing you want to do is you have to break the seal on the tire to the hub. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some bog standard foam cleaner, and we're just going to give it a little squirt around the edge. And as that starts to degrade into a liquid, we're going to go ahead and break the seal of the tire with a pick, and we're just going to kind of squish it around. Now once that gets inside, that's going to lubricate the rubber on the shaft, and it will just slide right off. See, just like that. The Kyocera tires, not so much of a problem. The Ricoh tires, because of the harder silicon, if you just try to get a pick underneath and pull them off dry, you're probably going to rip the silicon. So what again you're going to do is you're going to give it a little bit of a squirt, and you can really use anything, glass cleaner, panel cleaner, whatever you got, and we're just going to run it around the inside, and same thing, we're just going to pop it off. There. Right. Now, these tires do have an apparent direction, and if no one's ever showed you how to tell directionality in a tire, think of it as a saw blade on a circular saw. The tines should be going into the paper path. So we're going to have, this would be the curve. We want them to be like this as they're going onto the paper. And the reason is, if you look, I don't know if this is going to show on the camera, the tread pattern, but if you reverse the tread pattern, it's a little bit rougher on one side than the other. And I can usually tell just by feel, but ideally you want the smoother side going in the paper pickup direction. This would be your paper going through. Right, so now we've got our feed tire off. We can now go back to our original hub. Give just a little squirt on there, and voila. Now if you see, that's a little, it will spin on the shaft for a little bit, but after a while it will seat itself and will stick to the hub, and you won't have any issues. Now, I've been having very good success with these tires in my Task Alpha Saturn based machines. Traditional tires in some of my high volume accounts, I'm lucky if I last 200,000. These will actually go probably around 400,000 before you actually need to replace them. Now they can be cleaned, and you'll see that if you're dealing with a lot of paper dust, these seem to perform a little bit better than the Kyocera rubber wheels. Now, as you can tell, that one was a bit worn out. I just saved it as a demo. But I think you'll find these Ricoh tires will behave themselves a whole lot better, and these will retrofit pretty much from the Saturn-based machines back to the Falcons. I've yet to try them on any of the Alphard-based machines. I believe the tires are too different on those, but we will keep our eyes peeled for any suitable subs from Ricoh, and we will revisit that in the future. To all of you who viewed the video, best of luck, and I will see you on DNet. Take care.